Prince William has returned to the hospital where his wife, the Princess of Wales, was born for a sombre anniversary. It is reportedly 5 years since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, and the Prince of Wales wanted to pay tribute to a health charity that helps staff and patients. Prince William visited the Royal Berkshire Hospital in Reading on March the 5th, which is today, to see the impact of the funds raised by the NHS Charities Together, which kicked off an urgent appeal to cope with the enormous workload and necessary supplies required by frontline staff and volunteers back in 2020. The hospital where the Princess of Wales was born back in January 1982 is also the place where the UK's first COVID-19 victim sadly passed away back in March 2020. The NHS Charities Together, of which Prince William is a patron, raised more than £15 million in the first 5 days of its appeal that started back in March 2020. It went on to bring in £160 million to support patients, hospital staff and volunteers on the front line of the crisis. Prince William's office at Kensington Palace said that the funds are thought to have helped nearly 2/3 of the NHS staff with counselling, rest areas and projects in the community. According to reports, an overwhelming 90% of the projects are continuing in hospitals like the Royal Berkshire, including the Oasis Health and Wellbeing Centre and Garden, which was set up. Prince William used his time at the hospital today, according to reports, to tour the centre and its garden and see the range of activities that help staff with their own health and mental health. He met some of those who had been using the Wellbeing Centre and open green space, as well as staff who were working at the hospital during the pandemic. During his royal visit, Prince William also saw some poignant reminders of the human costs of the pandemic. Two of the Health Trust's members of the staff, Dr. Peter Tunn and nurse Julie Edward, sadly passed away during the pandemic, and trees have been planted in the garden in their memory. NHS Charities Together, of which the Princess of Wales is also a patron, also went on to part fund one of the country's first long COVID clinics, which look to help those suffering with long-term effects of the disease. During this visit today, the Prince of Wales was seen talking to members of staff. As well as that, he was also seen enjoying their company. But Prince William wasn't just there to enjoy their company. He was there to learn about the impact that COVID had had on this hospital staff. And some of the stories that the staff reportedly told him were very difficult for him to hear. Also, he was out in the garden talking to some members of staff who also benefited from this wellbeing garden. Although we don't know, Prince William likely mentioned about how important it is for people to prioritise their mental and physical well-being. This is because Prince William is really, really passionate about mental health. And so learning about this garden that helps staff, prioritise their mental health is really important. And Prince William seeing this garden would have been really important for him, because he would have wanted to see the benefits of having a garden in a hospital that helped, the staff with their mental well-being. Because it's not just the patients that need support, it is also the staff as well. Because they work non-stop for other people. And they 100% need some time for themselves as well. And again, thank you to everybody in the NHS who served us during the horrible pandemic 5 years ago. You're all real-life superheroes.